Hi coaches, today's snack size video is just for you. Today we're going to be talking about how to motivate shepherds. And I guess the first question you may be asking is, what am I motivating shepherds toward? And so I'd like to talk to you about a few goals that we have for shepherds, some different types of behaviors that you really would like them to be motivated toward achieving. The first one is keeping their spiritual life active. It all starts there. If we don't have a growing and active spiritual life, everything else is just going to sort of fall by the wayside and is actually not going to be as fruitful. So I think you want to motivate them towards keeping their own spiritual life fresh and active. You also want to encourage them to attend any sort of training that you might have, whether it be a group training or maybe a small group training with shepherds. You want them to attend those type of things. You also want them to prepare their lessons ahead of time, to look them over. You want them to pray for their kids in their group on a regular basis. And finally, this is just kind of a small thing, but I think it really makes a big difference. You want them to write to their kids, send them occasional postcards, birthday notes. So those are some things that you really want to motivate your shepherds toward. Now the next question is, what makes people motivated? I think the thing that really motivates people is when they can see the benefit in doing something. I'm going to give you two little examples. A couple of years ago, I went to the dentist and he was talking to me about flossing my teeth, which I did, sometimes. But he said to me something that always stuck with me, and that is, only floss the teeth that you want to keep. Completely freaked me out, right? I want to keep all my teeth. So believe me, I am flossing every day because, I'm motivated. I see the benefit in doing it now. I don't want to be a toothless old woman. So now, how does this relate to shepherds? Well, for me, I like to share stories about how certain things that I do as a shepherd bring benefit to the children in my group. So one thing that I've done recently is I've sent postcards out to the children in my group who haven't been here recently. And I'll tell you what, the next week, boom, all of those kids who had been missing for a few weeks were back. I could see the benefit of it and I was able to share it with other people, and I think it was really motivating. So just let your shepherds know, here's the benefit in doing these certain types of things. Here's how it makes a difference in the kingdom. Another thing you want to do is you want to keep people accountable in order to keep them motivated. If there are certain things that you want to see your shepherds doing, talk to them about it. Ask them how they're doing. Keep them accountable. Another way to do this is to point out when you see them doing something really well. I really appreciate the way that you always have your lessons prepared. You're not scrambling around at the last minute. I think it's awesome. Or, Jane, I've heard about how you pray for your kids every week. I just think that's fantastic. And you know what? Sort of linked with this, you can share those examples with the group. Hold up someone as a positive example of things that they're doing really well. Jane here, she prays for her kids every single week. Jane, would you talk a little bit about how that's impacted your ministry as a shepherd? Those type of stories are really motivating to people. So again, hold people accountable in a friendly way, set a positive example, and show them the benefit in what they're doing. Those are all ways to keep your shepherds motivated. And that's your latest tip for raising kids in Christ.